Words cannot describe how happy I am right now, but I sure as hell try. I'll say, I wanna swear to all the haters, but I am sticking to what I have to say. So enough about that. It's a two-part Fairy Tale chapter 429 and 430. I decided to do both of them in one, even though I have a feeling it's a bad idea. Let's start. Why am I so happy? Well, you already know. So let's begin with 429. The Natsu, Lucy, and Happy are imprisoned in a chamber where Guimon, the weird monk-like guy, appears, and he is the torture guy of the Avatar Guild. He is also a Seraph fanboy, saying he's cosplaying as Seraph, although the kanjis on his forehead do not read Seraph. He intends to submit Lucy to all kinds of horrific torture, and they are quite unsettling. I mean, whip torture, wax torture. There's another way is that Guimon bows. So very weird. And he also says waterboarding and bondage, licking the soles of your feet torture. I'm sorry. Actually, that's not. Actually, that kind of torture is not funny, but the way Guillermo presents it, he's almost sounds more like a porn pervert than a torture fetish. And that's supporting the licking one. And then he begins to tell something about a torture that I have a little bit hard to describe. Is it really that horrific? Well, something like bounding the feet with salt water and then let a goat lick the feet where the salt is. But apparently the torture thing is that since the goat's teeth is so dry, it will skin the flesh off the bone. Either way, as Guimon prepares to torture Lucy, it finally happens. Guimon is frozen. Gray shows himself. The black marks disappear from him, revealing he is not evil. What we know. Hiro Mashima Sensei trolled us again. Well, maybe he didn't troll us that much. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was lots of people who guessed it was a fake detecting. I mean, I for one just freaked out when I saw that. I mean, as I said in the previous videos, a lot of this suggested that this was indeed true, that he was this evil. But at the same time, there was not a single hint that Gray could become like this. Not a single hint. The only real hint could be if he was brainwashed, and apparently he was not brainwashed. He frees Natsu and Lucy, revealing he has not forgotten them, and then but does complain to them, saying that they ruined his undercover. It then takes forward a cell phone, a new lacrima that looks like a cell phone. Are you for real? And calls Ersa. Yeah, Team Natsu will soon reunite, and Ersa apparently is not with the Mermaid Heel group, but the Fairy Tale Guild will reunite. That's chapter 429. Now, immediately to 430. Gray and Ersa on both the phone and everything else explains what has happened, revealing that Gray needed to go undercover because apparently just wiping out the Avatar Guild was not enough. The Avatar Guild's worshippers are all around the place, so they needed to wait for a place where they could unleash hell on all of them, which is apparently at this purificational ritual, which will soon be here. And Ersa also got this request from Yelal. And just so you note, Ersa has not changed, although her armor now has a cleavage window. Me likey. Apparently, when Gray disappeared, it was not to do some evil stuff, what we know of, but apparently he went to Granny Portuguese's, I cannot say her name, Porlucius, and apparently learned to control the black matter in his body at will, revealing that he can change his appearance currently like this. I'm still a little bit, though, skeptical. Everything in this hint was a fake detecting, although his mark has not been erased. I'm still a little bit unsure if that's really the case here. But Hiro Mashima has trolled us before. He trolled us now, he can troll us again. Do not matter, I'm just happy for this. Either way, it also reveals that the reason he did not tell Yuvia about his undercover because he didn't want to risk. Well, Ersa did not want to risk her life. The less anyone knew about this, the better. Well, that's not gonna happen with the Magic Council friends of yours. When that's gonna happen, things will get extremely bad. The Avatar's Purification Guild will mean to kill a whole town of peacefulness. And once they've done that, they think Seraph will be drawn to that, because Seraph always appears when there will be hell. Well, that's sort of truth. I mean, Seraph appeared, although unintentionally, when Grimhor Heart attacked Tenro Island. Then again, he was already there, so technically he did not appear. And he appeared after the Grand Magic Game, which was after a whole lot of chaos. And finally he appeared in the Tartarus arc, where also came chaos. So it may be true. Seraph is drawn to chaos, although the first one was unintentional. The fact that they're gonna do this to draw Seraph out is stupid in my book. Not the fact that it's stupid, but because it's foolish. Just because Seraph will come to that doesn't mean he will be as he's planning. Either way, as they have been clawed out, Grey also apologizes to Lucy, and Lucy apologizes to Grey for slapping him. And here's actually an out-of-character Grey moment, especially in the manga. He jokes saying, well, you were in your maid get-up, so I guess I can forgive you. Although Grey has sometimes shown some pervert tendencies, he has done it more in the anime fillers than he has in the manga. The fact that he is joking about, well, you did get in the maid get-up of yours, so I guess I can forgive you. It's actually pretty funny. It's also a bit of a Lou Graham moment. Although he should have just chipped Yuvia, it's actually pretty still heartwarming. Finally, as now with apparently the friends all back together, as they tell on the phone, they wonder whether they all promise they're gonna do the best. And what do they all say as they're raising the hand? I'm all fired up. That was awesome. I wonder if I'm the only one who actually thought that line was awesome. I mean, a lot of people complain about that line, saying it's overreacted or stuff like that, but now, this moment, he was just right. Now the Avatar Guild is attacking a peaceful town. No, those fools, those maniacs, attacking a peaceful town, something similar. And they're gonna draw out the blood there. But the Fairy Tail Team Natsu stops them. As Grey and Natsu playfully say that they're gonna fight after this because, well, they wanna show that Yes gets stronger. Lucy switches to a new dress, a star dress that is of Tartarus. She looks like a cowboy chick. Well, a little bit. I wish Lucy in her star dress could show some more awesome. Currently, they haven't shown that much awesome, but that's also one of Hiro Mashima Sensei's faults. He cannot show us as much as awesome. Well, he can show us awesome, but when we see a fight or some new power-up, it's usually sometimes anticlimactic. But I digress. As Team Natsu attacks from the front, Ersa solo rides in a horse and attacks from the back. The Team Natsu is now reunited, and they're gonna bring hell to all the Avatar guilds and the Avatar Wimps. It's gonna be so satisfying. I say it again, I loved these two chapters. After my disappointment in last week's episode, I was just so happy to see that Grey is not evil. But a part of me is still saying, a part of me is still skeptical. Is he really not evil? I mean, well, he's not evil. I mean, there's gotta be an explanation of these black markets and how he learned to control them and stuff. I mean, as I said earlier in this video, it was an out-of-character moment for Grey to just suddenly turn evil like that. unless he was brainwashed, and apparently he was not. It was just a big undercover that trolled us all, or maybe not trolled us that much. So I was just happy that it turned out not to be true. Even though some haters will still say that when change finally happened. Though what was also awesome was the fact that now the main Fairy Tail Guild members are reunited. And with that, well, it's only gonna be more awesome. So, and also it's very awesome to see Ersa again. She's unchanged, but as sexy as ever. I thought for sure she was gonna be in Mermaid Heel Guild. Granted, she seemed to be in a hideout of having many scrolls, so maybe she was just independent. But she has closely been in contact with Jalal's group. Well, there's a lot of things we want to have answers to. Only problem is, will Hiro Mashima-sensei give us those answers? No idea. Next week's promise us my sword is. Is that with that fluffy hair guy that likes the nicknames the black sexy lady gives him, and Ersa fighting? Well, she's gonna one-shot that guy. I'll just end it here, so give me your thoughts if you have any.